Hey everyone! Alright, so welcome to week 12. I cannot believe that I'm 3 months pregnant. It's not getting any more real as the time's going on. Maybe slightly, but I just can't believe it. 3 months pregnant. I'm actually 12 weeks and 1 day today. So yesterday was the big day. I'm not counting this as my second trimester yet. I don't count it until like 13 weeks and 3 days. So when I hit the 14-week mark, then I will consider myself in the second trimester. But nonetheless, 3 months is huge, and I'm so grateful that we are still going on this journey. So it's awesome. So I'm just going to dive right in and get with what happened this past week. All right, so the baby size right now is the size of a plum, which is pretty cute. And by the end of the week, it's going to be a peach. So that's pretty cool. I just can't believe like how big it's getting. It was a poppy seed in week 4, and now it's a plum. And by the end of the week, it's going to be a peach. Like it's pretty crazy. Symptoms. My symptoms are pretty well the same. Nothing has really changed. Everything just seems to be getting a little bit better. Nausea is getting a bit better. Tiredness is getting a bit better, although I'm still having a little bit of trouble sleeping at night, which seems to be a bit of a broken sleep. That hasn't changed, but it's nothing that is unmanageable, so that's really great. I do have 2 new symptoms this week. One of them is a headache. I have a really, really bad headache pretty well all day. And it kind of feels like, any of you that have taken Clomid, it kind of feels like a Clomid headache. It's just slightly different than a regular headache. But yeah, it feels like a Clomid headache is how I can best describe it. So that's really unfortunate. I haven't been it probably started maybe last Sunday or Monday. So at 11 weeks and 1 or 2 days that I started getting headaches. And I didn't take any Tylenol up until yesterday. I took 1 Tylenol last night before I went to bed, just because it was getting really bad. And also, I grind my teeth at night, and I haven't been wearing my bite plate. So last night I put in my bite plate and I took a Tylenol, and I was really hoping that might help, because I think the grinding is only making my headaches worse. So I'm going to be really adamant to wear my bite plate at night from now on, just because the headaches, and since you really shouldn't, you can take Tylenol like, we've discussed. But I'm really trying to not take Tylenol if I can avoid it. So wearing the bite plate should help the headaches a bit. So yeah, headaches, which is kind of unfortunate. But and another one that is, I really don't want to say it's worse than the headaches, because then you will know how shallow I am. I'm not really shallow, but anyways, my hair, it's not nearly as voluminous, however you want to say it, and it's really frizzy at the top, and I find that I have to use product to like keep the frizz down, and I never had to do that before. I straighten my hair. I have naturally curly hair, so my hair is a little bit frizzy anyways, but I've always found that after I straighten it, it pretty well just like kind of smooths it all out and it makes it look really kind of shiny and healthy looking. It's not really, it's just that's what the straightener does. But now I'm finding that even after straightening it, I get these little, it's almost like these little short hairs, and they just stick right all up on the top of my head. And so I have to use like whatever, just stuff to kind of tame that down. And I find that it's not quite as nice looking. My hair isn't as nice. I don't know. Kind of sucks. I shouldn't say that that is worse than the headaches, but you know, I'm just someone that likes my hair to be nice, and it's frustrating in the morning when I'm trying to do it. And also, well, I guess this is another thing that's been going on lately. I kind of just don't feel that I'm ever looking my best. I kind of always feel like I look tired, and I always kind of look, I don't know, just no matter how hard I try, I just don't seem to look like I did before. And maybe that's just my hormones making me kind of feel a little bit down on myself, I'm not sure. So that, coupled with the frizzy hair that's just driving me nuts, yeah, it's just driving me nuts. But so yeah, those are the two new symptoms this week: headaches and my frizzy hair, and maybe, I guess, my, you know, sadness about the way I look lately. But I think it's really just all in my head. At least my husband tells me it's all in my head, but that's what he's supposed to say, right? He's a good man. Alright, so I guess moving on. My food aversions and cravings are exactly the same. I like root beer and Kraft Dinner, and I don't like peanut butter and cinnamon raisin bread. So they haven't gotten, cravings haven't gotten any stronger, or, oh, I guess one more craving that I'm having is cherry blasters. I guess we can call it a craving because I really do like them. And really any kind of sour candy. I'm trying not to eat too much of the sour candy, but I really do like cherry blasters in particular. Yeah, so I guess that's a new one. I forgot about that one. Yeah, but nothing, the aversions are the exact same, and actually I think the aversions are getting a little bit better. My husband can actually eat, you know, peanut butter toast in front of me now, and, you know, while I don't really care for it, it doesn't make me nauseous anymore. I just don't like to eat it myself. Cinnamon raisin bread still probably just as severe. I just hate that stuff. So something kind of cool that's happening with, as you know, I've mentioned it in a previous video, I have a Doppler, like a at-home Doppler that I use to find the baby's heartbeat. And we found the heartbeat at 10 weeks and 2 days, and we've been listening pretty consistently every day or every other day, and it's just really reassuring. Anytime I'm feeling crampy or, you know, whatever, I just want to have a listen, I can just, you know, grab the Doppler and have a listen and just be reassured, and it's a really nice feeling. But something that has happened probably just in the past couple of days, the past 3 days, the heartbeat is getting really strong and a lot louder on the Doppler, which is really awesome. And but something that happened just 2 days ago, yep. I was listening, and I had the probe on my stomach, and I didn't move it at all, and the heartbeat kind of like drifted out, and then we heard a kick, which is kind of, it just sounds like sort of interference on the Doppler, but you could tell that the baby was moving around because my Doppler, like, I wasn't moving the probe at all. And, you know, the heartbeat would fade in and out, and then you'd hear this disturbance, which I, you know, have, which I looked up and whatever, they're kicks. And 2 nights ago, the baby was just like going crazy, kicking, like, we were listening for probably a good 10 minutes, and he was just, I say he, I don't know if it's a he, but he was just going crazy and moving around. It was so awesome to hear. You know, and hear how active he is. And actually it's kind of funny, even in the past couple of days, we listened in the morning and we didn't hear anything except the heartbeat. We heard the heartbeat, but we didn't hear any kicks. But then at nighttime, it seems that he, you know, moves around more and is more active at night. So that is super funny. So maybe that's actually why I'm having a hard time sleeping, because the baby is awake at night and asleep during the day. Already he has, you know, a pattern, so that's pretty cool to like think of. That already I'm sort of, you know, I know that I need, if I want to hear kicks, I don't check in the morning, I check in the evening, you know, because that's when he'll be more active. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so that was really, really awesome, and we brought my parents up and had my parents listen, and they just thought it was awesome. And so yeah, Doppler, definitely the best, I think, money that we've spent on baby so far, because it sets your mind at ease. It makes you feel so reassured whenever you feel a little bit nervous about how things are going. So that is something new that happened this week, which is awesome. Something else that I just did yesterday, thanks to Kim, 30-something mommy, she sent me her Intellegender test. She actually had one, and then upon reading the instructions, come to find out that women who have PCOS actually, they don't recommend that women with PCOS take the test, because it can get, I don't know if it's inaccurate readings or it's just not recommended. So she didn't know that when she got it, and so she has PCOS, and found out that I couldn't buy one around here and I was going to have to order one online. And so she was so nice to send me hers, which was really, really awesome. So we got it in the mail, I think, on Monday at 11 weeks and 2 days, or Tuesday, 11 weeks and 3 days, I can't remember. And so I didn't want to do it during the week, so I did it just yesterday, which was Saturday, which was 12 weeks exactly. And if you haven't seen that video, it is already posted. I'll put a link below, so if you don't want to be spoiled with what I'm going to tell you, because I'm going to say what the results were here in a second. So if you want to see that video first, go check that link out, and then come back and you can hear the rest of this video. But I'll put that link down below. So for all of you that have already seen the video, as you saw, it was a definite boy result. And that's probably why I'm saying he a lot. I've always sort of thought that it was a boy, and had that kind of feeling that we were having a boy, and we would love to have a boy. We'd love to have a girl, but we would love to have a boy as well. Really, we don't really care, to be honest. But yeah, it was so boy, like there was no ifs, ands, or buts that it was a boy result. And Jason was he was really excited, because obviously, you know, he really wants a boy. And so yeah, that was our Intellegender results. And you know, we're not taking too much, like we're not thinking, okay, it was a boy result, we're absolutely having a boy. We totally know that it has a 50-50 shot of being right. So, but yeah, it'll be really fun to go have my gender scan and then find out what we're having, and then compare and see if it was right or not. So that's really awesome. Not sure if I actually mentioned this in a video or not. I can't remember if I said it last week or not. If I didn't, I do have my gender ultrasound booked to find out what the sex of the baby is. It's going to be on March 10th, which is a Saturday. It's going to be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't have to have a full bladder, which is awesome. And they said to eat some sugar about 15 minutes before the ultrasound, so that's really great. We're allowed to have a bunch of people in the room with us, but actually Jason and I are just going to go ourselves. And yeah, we're going to get a DVD and that, and all kinds of pictures of the ultrasound. And yeah, then we're just going to have that moment, just the two of us. And we're allowed to send out a link, I guess, to some like family members and things like that. So we'll send that out to my parents, Jason's sister, so that they can watch live what the reveal is, what the baby's gender is. So that's really awesome. So yeah, that's March 10th, and we're super, super excited about it. I give all the respect in the world to anybody who waits to find out what the baby is, you know, until they actually deliver the baby. I'm just way too impatient. I need to know. And also, like, where I am, when I go for any medical ultrasounds, like when I go for a 20-week ultrasound with my doctor, they won't tell me the gender. They just won't. But when they're doing it, they're looking at it and they know what it is, but they just won't tell me. So I hate the thought of like someone else knowing what the gender of my baby is that I'm carrying and I don't. So yeah, so we're going to, oh, we got a new laundry machine and it like does a little song when when the laundry's done, so pardon that if you heard it. But yeah, so my doctor ultrasound, like for the anatomy scan, not finding out the gender, that's March 7th. And then March 10th is when we go to like a private clinic and find out what the gender is. Super excited. Okay, so I kind of went on a little bit of a tangent there about that. But yeah, that is it. Oh wait, I had request to do my weight and my measurements, and I had planned on doing that, but I actually just cannot for the life of me find my tape measure, so I won't do a measurement this week. I'm going to try to find it, and then maybe once a month or whatever I can do my measurement. We'll see what happens, but I can absolutely tell you my weight. The day that I found out I was pregnant, I weighed myself that morning and I was 122 pounds, which is a lot lower than what I was, you know, I think it was May of 2011 that I started working out. I was about 138 pounds and I got down to 120 pounds. So that is how much weight I've lost. And so when I found out I was pregnant, I was 122. During the first few weeks, I actually lost a lot of weight, and I got down, well, not a lot of weight, it's not a lot of weight, but I lost a few pounds. And the lowest I was 117 pounds. So, but since my appetite is starting to come back, I weighed myself yesterday morning at exactly 12 weeks, and I was 119.4 pounds. So that's not too bad. I'm not concerned really about my weight. I figure the weight will go on eventually, and I'm definitely not doing anything to stop myself from gaining weight. I'm not doing anything to make myself gain weight either, but I just figure it'll happen, and my doctor isn't concerned. I think if I lost, you know, more than what I did and was still staying down, that she might be concerned. But since I was down and now I'm starting to come back up again, she thinks that that's completely fine. And a lot of women lose weight in the first trimester just because we're sick. And I was so nauseous and I had no appetite, and so that's what happened with me. So yeah, right now, I started at 122 and now I'm 119.4. So, and I'll weigh myself, I won't weigh myself like right on camera just because I usually do these videos in like the afternoon evenings. And I always weigh myself first thing in the morning, like get up, pee, and then weigh myself. So that's like, it's consistent every time, and I always do it on Saturdays. So yeah. I will absolutely share with you my weight every week from now on, and as soon as I can find my measuring tape, I will absolutely start doing that as well. Okay, so I did have one question from a viewer about not pregnancy or trying to conceive related. I usually have scarves on, and they were just wondering how I tie my scarf. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a walk into the bathroom so I can show you my belly, but before I do that, I will tie my scarf so that you can see how I tie it. It's really, really easy, but yeah, let's go. All right. I really hate editing, and I so appreciate you guys for not badgering me about how I don't edit. Okay. Actually, maybe I will show you my belly first. Okay, so this is the belly. It is definitely getting bigger. I showed a picture on my Facebook of me like in my work clothes, and it looked a little bit more out, I think. But I think it had a lot to do with the pants that I wear. They're a little bit higher and they're a bit tighter along the side, and so they push everything out. These are my pants that are low, that are underneath the belly, and so what you're seeing right now is like actually my belly. Like, you know what I mean? Okay. So that's with the shirt down. shirt up, I think there is no question whatsoever that I'm getting bigger. Absolutely, this is getting more rounder. It's still not firm or anything yet. It's still pretty soft, so it kind of just makes me feel like I've gained weight in the tummy. But I know that it's a baby, so I'm not concerned. But yeah, it's definitely, I think, getting bigger. So that's the front. Yeah, and I think I'm going to have to start going to maternity stores and starting to look for pregnancy pants and tops and all that. Because like this top right here is a little bit on the shorter side, so as soon as my belly starts to poke out, it's going to like slowly go up, and then I'll have this little bit sticking underneath, so I won't be able to wear this top for very much longer. So, but yeah, that is the belly, and right quick, I will show you how I tie my scarf. I got my scarf right here. It is super, super easy, and I totally stole this from like my best friend who ties her scarf like this all the time. I used to just tie my scarf like this. You know, I'd double it in half and then just go like that, and that's just how I would tie my scarf, just like that. But she ties it a little differently, and it's, again, super easy. So I just kind of, however far I want that to hang down, I do that. Wrap it around, and then underneath I just kind of tie it in a knot and kind of have it like that. Try to tuck the tag. Sometimes the tag shows, so I just try to whatever. And then just kind of fluff it out a little bit. And literally that is how I tie my scarf. Around and tie once, and that's it. Okay, so that is it for week 12. Wow, next week is going to be week 13. That's just crazy. But yeah, I hope you all have a really good week, and yeah, that's it. See you next week for week 13. Love you all. Bye for now.